I'm going to present you briefly the marine infrastructure that has been installed in Greece. As it was said, my name is Leonidas Perivoliotis. I work at the HIMR. My basic background is physical oceanography. In order to begin my presentation, the history in Greek starts about 28 years before, in 1997 exactly, when we received the first fund from EEA. EEA stands for the European Economic Area. The first funds to start the implementation of an operational oceanography system, which was the first that installed in the Mediterranean at that time. We're talking about 30 years before, so it was really pioneering investment in Greece. And it is completed in the first phase in 2000, and since then the Poseidon system, as we call it, is operating, collecting data, providing information about the marine environment to the public and to the scientists. So this is the beginning. In the beginning we had only buoys as the observational part of our system, because at that time it was the only reliable platform that can provide data in real time, and we can trust the communication. After that, of course, and as the year passed and as the system evolved, we added several data from other marine platforms in our system. The Poseidon system is a typical operational oceanography system with the observational part, a forecasting component which provides several short-time forecasts for a number of marine and atmospheric parameters. And finally, we are providing this compiled information to the user either directly through our website or through the last year through mobile applications. And we built some kind of decision support system in order to provide some support to our state in case of emergency situation in the sea, just like an oil spill accident or search and rescue activities, trying to rescue some people from emergency situation in the sea. So the system has been evolved for so many years and continuously upgraded through collaborative research project. But in Greece, we don't have a coordinated development for research infrastructure in general. So in 2013, the Greek Secretariat for Research and Innovation started an operation to build a national roadmap for research infrastructure from all the thematic areas of science. And this was some kind of calls and exchange information that lasted about 5 years. After that, they selected 20 research infrastructure that should be funded. One of them, it was the HIMIOFOTS, the Hellenic Integrated Marine Inland Water Observing, Forecasting and Offshore Technology System. Now we're talking about a national scale research infrastructure, and one of the requirements, it was to build some kind of consortium, so it is not only HMR alone, but we make a consortium with all the other partners in Greece that are dealing with marine environment in aquatic sector in general. So we form an infrastructure that covers the whole aquatic sector, so it joins the marine component with the surface water component. It is, I think, a pioneering infrastructure, even in European scale, because it is provide a holistic approach to the water cycle from the lakes, the rivers, and then in the sea. So we're joining these two sectors, and this integrated infrastructure have been funded, combining these two main components of the water environment. So it was funded for 4 years by the Greek Secretariat for Research and Innovation, and it was built, and the requirements was also, besides the services that already provided by Poseidon for the marine component, for instance, and by the surface component, waters component, also to provide some kind of offering some access to the nodes of this infrastructure. Here you see that now the HCMR, the Institute of Oceanography, is the coordinator, and we are dealing with a lot of other research infrastructure and research centers and oceanography and universities labs in Greece that dealing with the marine environment and the surface water environment. So we built a very, very strong consortium supporting this infrastructure. So as I said, one of the requirements is to provide is also access to the nodes of this infrastructure, just like the European ones. So the nodes for the marine component is the fixed moorings, the gliders, the Argo profilers, the cable observatory, the tide gauges, the ferry box system, HF radars in the northern Aegean. We have also a calibration laboratory that is also be offered through this infrastructure, through this research infrastructure. Data banks, the Poseidon data banks collecting and all this information collected all these years, but also data banks from the universities in Greece. Access to our forecasting products and numerical components. With our collaboration with the universities, we have now providing access to a number of laboratories for analysis of data that collecting in the sea for biological and chemical purposes, and also with the participation of the National Technical University of Greece. We're providing also some tanks that can be a number of marine infrastructures and constructions can be tested before they put in operation. So this kind of information and this kind of infrastructure, if we focus in the marine environment, which is in our interest now, provide this kind of picture for the Greek seas. So we have a modern integrated observatory providing multi-parametric buoys, which collect information for hydrodynamic conditions, but also in the first 100 meters for biochemical parameters, nutrients, CO2, pH. We have also provided buoys for coastal monitoring closer to the coast and also trying to see what is the interaction between the open ocean and the coastal zone. We have deployed about 35 Argos because we are also part of the Euro Argo infrastructure. We also have a strong glider component with 3 Sea Explorer vehicles, 2 going down to 1,000 meters, one goes to 700. We have in operation one ferry box system, and we are going which covers the southern part of the Aegean, and we're planning to put another one in the northern part of the Aegean. We have integrated, as I said, the cable observatory, the radar in the northern Aegean for high resolution of the surface currents, and also have a close collaboration with the National Observatory of Athens, which is another research institute that has an extended network of tide gauges, which is receive the data, and we build and put our tide gauges in order to complete this kind of Hellenic network of tide gauges. So this is the marine component, and just for informational reason, this is just a snapshot of the stations that are collecting data from rivers and lakes in Greece, which is a similar idea, just like in the marine environment, collecting and providing data in real time. So in order the state and all the stakeholders to have an idea of what are the current status of the water level in some rivers, and be prepared in case of any kind of emergency during some kind of heavy rains, etc. So this is the idea of how HIMIOFOTS is going to provide a lot of information, collecting data from 2 major network infrastructures, just like the Poseidon system for the marine and OpenHigh, which is the relevant stations component for rivers and lakes. We are providing data, of course, to support the implementation of water and marine framework directives. Also provide information, as I said, to the state about the oil spill combating and search and rescue activities, but also for flood warning, which is the surface water component. And of course, we are linked to European research infrastructure, Euro Argo, EMSO, and Copernicus. And to be much more in detail, you see here that we are member, the marine component now, of the Euro Argo and EMSO ERICS. We are also member of Jericho and Groom initiatives. And Jericho now is going to make an application to become an NESFRI, so we are continue to support this kind of European infrastructure. We are a member also of the EOS Operations Committee. We are operating in Greece 2 production units of the Copernicus Marine Service, providing data for the whole Mediterranean, in situ data for the whole Mediterranean, and the forecasting for the waves. These are produced by us, by HIMIOFOTS, by HMR. We have the Poseidon website, which accepts about 2 million users per month, which is quite popular, supporting, as I said, all the activities for the state in the sea, and providing supporting to our ministry the information about the required information for the implementation of the Water and Framework Directive for the marine. And finally, of course, we're going. This is what AMRIT is developing, will be very useful also for HIMIOFOTS, and we're using, of course, going to make use of the development and services that has been developed during AMRIT. We are going to contribute to the developments, particularly by linking the coastal data with new ocean ops. This is also written in the description of the work, but we are going to do it, and we are going to do it through the Poseidon data that has been collected and trying to provide it to the new infrastructure. And besides that, in addition to what AMRIT has been developing, other service that will be very useful for us if a service that providing command and control platforms for autonomous vehicles, then that will be of great interest for us in order to combine with our fleet of gliders. So thanks a lot for your attention, and I'm ready to answer any question if you may have.